We are so back with the Week 10 picks. Remember, you can win a $50 Amazon card on this video right here. All you have to do is predict the amount of games I'm going to get right this week out of 54 and drop the tiebreaker score of Vandy versus Texas. Personally, I think Vandy's going to win that game anyways. I got 37 3 weeks ago. I got 38 right the next week, and last week I had my worst one of all time at 33, even though I was feeling good. I picked a lot of upsets. The week tended to be super chalky. Yes, it was a boring last week. Anyways, this video is sponsored by Kalshi, the only place where you can bet on college football in all 50 states. Please bet responsibly. Don't do the Chauncey Billups thing. Don't do the Terry Rozier thing. Anyways, UTEP does not have their quarterback situation figured out. They can't score on offense. They have only one win. Kennesaw State's one of the best teams in the conference. James Madison, same thing. They're undefeated in conference. Middle Tennessee has one win. We're not going with teams who are 1-6. Now, FIU and Missouri State, two evenly matched teams. Missouri State got it done on the road last week. Let's just throw up a coin and pick them. Coastal Carolina has been playing better recently. Tulane is still one of the top dogs in the conference. Memphis, same thing. They beat USF last week. They really flexed their muscles. Now, North Carolina and Syracuse. I think Syracuse is favored in this game, but look at the trends. North Carolina's been player better recently. They almost beat Cal on the road, almost beat Virginia. Sam Houston State has not won a game. They're not going to do it on the road. Army versus Air Force. What happened to Air Force? They completely have fallen off in the last few years. Army. Buffalo and Bowling Green, same thing. Two evenly matched teams. MAC Chaos, road team, boom. UCF, I don't like UCF. And it's not just because they're bad. There's just so many things I don't like about UCF. We'll talk about it in a whole nother video. Duke and Clemson, very good matchup. Duke's a good 8-ish, 9-win team. Clemson, same thing. Clemson's still talented, okay, even though they had a bad regular season start. Penn State versus Ohio State. Everyone was circling this one at the beginning of the year. This was supposed to be college game day, big noon, whatever. I think Ohio State's going to put up 70 if they want to. They could pass it 50 times with Julian saying. That's what they've been doing recently. Miami versus SMU. No, I'm going chalk, okay? This is going to be a close game. This is going to be a very good conference game. Huge for the ACC, but I'm going chalk. I picked too many upsets last week. It ended up shooting me in the butt. It got me up the butt crack. Okay, I don't know why I'm saying that. Anyways, UAB and UConn. UConn's 0-3, or they're 0-3 in overtime. All the three losses in overtime. If it doesn't go to overtime, they'll be absolutely fine. Now, Houston, I counted them out, but they beat ASU on the road. They're a really good team. West Virginia is just dog. They might be one of the worst teams in the Power Four. They're really dog. Rutgers and Illinois. Illinois is good against teams and that they're better than, you know, when they have a talent advantage. But when they go up against a Washington or Indiana, they get absolutely waxed. But they'll take care of Rutgers just fine. Navy and North Texas. Now, this is a good one. Here's my reasoning. Navy, if they fall behind because they run the triple option, they're fucked. And North Texas literally passes 50 times a game. Their quarterback threw for 609 yards, Drew Mestemaker last week. So if North Texas gets a lead, which I think they will, they score 14 first, they're going to beat Navy. Now, Texas has been a train wreck on offense. They've been super up and down. I know they're at home, but how could you trust them against a guy like Diego Pavia and Vandy, who is going to extend plays? He's going to be a nightmare for the Texas defense. Vandy on the road, they're going to stay in the top 10. Arizona State, Iowa State. Arizona State, I think they've lost their luster. Now they're completely eliminated in the Big 12 race. Iowa State at home. They lost to BYU last week, but they're going to get a bounce back. East Carolina and Temple. Temple is really solid. I talked about it earlier in the year. I think their only few losses are to Georgia Tech and Oklahoma. Good Power 4 losses, New Mexico and UNLV. Now, UNLV is not great, but they have home field advantage against a team that they have more talent than. Louisville and Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech, I picked them last week against Cal. They battled it out. Louisville is bound to lose in a road game. They're really good, but it just always happens in the ACC. You see these weird games, you go on the road. Virginia Tech's been playing really well under their interim. I think they're 4-2 with their interim, Philip Montgomery. Notre Dame and BC, not even a question. Again, BC's an absolute shitter. Notre Dame is the only tough game for Notre Dame from here on out. It's going to be Pitt. Pitt's playing well. We could talk about them later if they're even on this list. Fresno State and Boise State. Fresno State kind of got exposed last week. Boise State's still the class of the Mountain West, and it just shows you how weak the Mountain West is this year. Tech and Kansas State. Is my brain tripping out right now? There's no question. Delaware and Liberty. I wanted to pick Delaware in this game, but they have not been able to win on the road, so we're going to go with Liberty. Pitt and Stanford. This is the team I'm talking about. Pitt has put in a backup quarterback, and they're undefeated with him. This guy's throwing for like 400 a game. He has a massive schlong. What? Who said that? Anyways, the world's greatest outdoor cocktail party. I really wanted to go to this. If I was not in Australia right now, I probably wanted to go to this. I want to go to Jacksonville. Anyways, Georgia's still a top 3 team in the SEC. Florida has talent. I know they're going through the coaching change and all that, and who's going to be the next coach. They still have talent. And after a firing, a lot of teams rally together, and they're going to rally together. It's going to be a rivalry game. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Florida pulled this upset, but I can't go that ballsy because I can't get 33 picks like last week. That was absolutely horrible. Old Dominion, I've watched them play a few times this year. I like what they got. Indiana and Maryland. Curt Cignetti does not fall. Curt Cignetti does not go easy against these types of teams. I just cannot see Curt Cignetti. He doesn't even smile when his team's up 100-0. Michigan State, they're fully done. Michigan State needs to fire Jonathan Smith, and we'll take him back gladly at Oregon State. Now, Minnesota, they lost last week versus Nebraska. They didn't lose to Nebraska. They beat Nebraska. Then they lost to someone on the road. Iowa. It was Iowa on the road. Iowa, I think, put up 40 on them. Anyways, Louisiana Raging Cajuns versus South Alabama. Goddamn, these fucking Sunbelt games are just absolutely, sorry for my language, but these Sunbelt games are absolutely ridiculous to pick because they're impossible to pick. There's just so much. There's like each team has 10 penalties. There's like 100 yards in penalties. It's just disgusting. New Mexico State and Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky is absolutely rolling right now, guys. Watch out for those Hilltoppers. Virginia and Cal. Virginia is so bound to fall. They're just bound to fall to a good offensive team like Cal who can run up the score and actually play with them. Cal has a lot of weaknesses. Cal has a horrible run defense. I don't care. Virginia is the biggest paper tiger, the biggest paper dragon, 7-0 or 7-1, 8-0 team. They're 7-1 anyways. They're just bound to fall. They almost lost last week to North Carolina. I'm not confident in them. There's no way they get to the ACC championship. I'm telling you now. It's going to be Miami versus Georgia Tech. I know that's chalk, but that's an upset game right there. Oklahoma State and Kansas. Oh my gosh, Kansas got absolutely waxed by their rival last week for the 17th time in a row. Actually, 18th. They've lost to Kansas State 18 times in a row, but they're playing Oklahoma State, who's going through a lot of trouble this year. Mississippi State versus Arkansas. Now, Mississippi State is 0-4 in conference, but they've been so close every single time. Tennessee overtime, Texas overtime. I know Arkansas has been playing teams well too. They're going through a staff change, but Mississippi State has got to have one in the SEC. It's hard to win on the road. Central versus Western. This is a rivalry. What do they battle for? They battle for there's some sort of trophy that I forgot they battle for, but no clue who to pick in this game. I'm going to be honest. I'm just going to keep it real with you guys. I have no fucking clue. Arizona versus Colorado. There's just problems with Colorado right now, especially on offense. Caden Salter, that situation hasn't worked out. I know they lost by 1,000 points to Utah last week. Arizona's had a tough year, but they're still all right. Wyoming and San Diego State. San Diego State is the most slept-on team in America. They're 6-1 right now, top 10 defense. I think they've had 2 shutouts this year, multiple turnovers every single time. We're not even talking about that. We're not even talking about this either. South Carolina is a train wreck. Ole Miss is feeling good, and they don't really have anyone good left on the schedule. Kentucky has not won in conference. Auburn. Now we're getting to these easy games. Wake Forest and Florida State. The way Florida State's been playing, I'm going to go Wake Forest. They're a young team. I really like their coach who came over from Washington State. He's done a great job. He's his first year, and he has multiple conference wins. All right, Georgia Tech versus NC State. I can't pick against Georgia Tech again and lose and look like an absolute fool. I'm picking against my team. Washington State's very good. I like the new quarterback. Eckhouse, that new quarterback's really good, and our team's legitimately bad. I know it's a rivalry game, so we're going to get up for it. We might sell out the stadium because it's the Pac-2. Our team sucks ass. We suck cock. I don't care. Washington State's going on the road versus Ole Miss and putting up great games. USC, Nebraska, I think there's a very good chance, barring the Oregon game, that USC wins out. I mean, USC, they were right on the door with Notre Dame. Their offense is still one of the best in the country. We saw those horrible play calls. We saw them battle some rain in that game against Notre Dame. They beat a physical team in Michigan. I think they could beat a team like Nebraska, although Nebraska has had issues in the secondary anyways. Oklahoma at Tennessee. Tennessee has not beaten anyone this year. Tennessee's best win is Mississippi State on the road, and I know I hyped them up. Tennessee is 17th for beating no one, and it really makes me mad. AP poll. I don't know what the new CFP rankings are because the whole time change with me in Australia is absolutely cooked. So I think the actual CFP rankings came out yesterday. I never saw where Tennessee was, but all I know is that Tennessee should not be the 17th ranked team. Oklahoma has to get their get back. John Mateer has had some problems after the hand thing. He went 17 for 31 last time. I need to stop talking. Troy's undefeated in conference. Is that right? Or no, Troy's having a really good year. That's all I know is that Troy is having a very good year. Arkansas State hasn't. Cincy and Utah. No, this is College Game Day. Thank you, College Game Day, for showing some love and actually going out somewhere in the Western Mountain Time Zone. I'm torn on this. This is going to have to be a live decision for me right now. Utah had their backup quarterback, and he went absolutely crazy. Cincinnati's built for it, man. No, never mind. They're not built for it. Cincinnati has not won a tough road game. They haven't played a tough road game. Now, they played Nebraska the first game of the season, and it was a neutral site. It was basically a road game because it was an Arrowhead. I just can't trust that they haven't gone into an environment like Salt Lake and won. I'll give the advantage to Utah, College Game Day, hype. Hawaii. If you watch the channel, you know how much I love Hawaii. They run the run and shoot offense. They're feeling good. They're chilling in the rainforest. Not actually the rainforest. Whatever climate it is there with the palm trees and the beaches. They're feeling good. They have a great offense. They can score 50. I love it. All right, that's the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to enter the Amazon gift card giveaway, $50. How many games do you think I'm going to get right? Personally, how many games? I'm going to be realistic. So 40. 40. I said 40 last week. Last week I went 9 of my first 10. I was feeling amazing. I remember on Friday night going into Saturday, or Saturday going into Sunday for me, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to prove all my subscribers wrong. I'm going 50 of 55 or something like that. And then it was just a bad day. There were no upsets. We need to get more upsets. It needs to be more like a 2007 season. I know that we don't know what's really going on at the top. There's no clear #1 favorite team because everyone in the SEC likes to lose, but it doesn't feel like 2007 where we have a damn Rutgers or a USF or a Kansas in the top 5. I need that to happen. Now, you could say Texas Tech is being that team or Cincinnati, but realistically, we know what's going to happen in the Big 12. They're going to cannibalize. There's going to be no top 8 Big 12 team. Anyways, I'm off on a complete tangent. This video's super long. I didn't want to do the whole 8-minute format because I don't think the 8-minute format is really drawing. I thought it would draw more clicks and more views because I need to get, I need to get revenue for this channel as I'm doing other stuff. I'm a play-by-play broadcaster for the baseball team here, the Melbourne Aces. I need to get some other stuff too and some momentum going and keep you guys engaged. But so we're trying a new style. We're just going to let this video run. And if you enjoy hearing me yap, I mean, we can yap all day. Maybe I'll start a stream or something, all right? We're in the freaking rainforest. I mean, we're in the freaking rainforest, man. I got to stop the video.